Hi. I'm not exactly caught up to where I should be at this point. If you hadn't noticed, I've been late a couple of times, and there are reasons for that, but they're not good reasons. There's no excuse for being bad at my job. So here's where I'm at. I figured it would be better to turn in something rather than nothing. I've started to work out the core mechanics of. I basically have restarted, and I've started to work out the core mechanics of a new system because I thought decided I wanted to do everything in pixel art like I did with my first side-scrolling game, and so I'm doing that now. Um, I've got a. I've right now what I've got is kill boxes that slowly catch up to the character. The character moves automatically, and you can kind of pull them back or move them forward. You can jump through the floors, but I haven't been able to get jumping down through the ground to work again. It used to work, but I need to come up with a cleaner way to do it than to just disable the box when down is being held, because you could fall all the way through the ground that way. But at any rate, these different weird things that the blades and the player are hitting are supposed to be affecting their speed, but the collisions don't work right now either. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Um, but if I hit the thing, they're also, yeah, it's also supposed to reset the scene. Apparently that doesn't work anymore either. So I'm not doing super good. But it is 11:45, and now is the time to turn something in, regardless of where you're at. Um, Now, what'll happen eventually is all those mechanics will work fine, and I'm going to obviously redo all of the sprites. These are the sprites from my old game that I'm just using as placeholders right now. And yeah, eventually what'll happen is the player will have to jump up and touch each one of these things, and then it'll activate them either to it'll set the trap against the enemy, and they also have to avoid the traps that will harm the player, stuff that's in front of the player. So little shiny yellow things will be little levers, torches, that sort of thing that the player can jump up and touch. They don't have to activate anything, they'll just touch it, and it will start the animation that will cause the thing to turn into danger for the enemy. And what will eventually happen is the enemies will hit it, and they'll be pulled back a little bit, and then their speed will be normal. The enemies by default go a little bit faster than the player, and the player is exactly the same speed as the camera, but gets affected by player traps in the same way. And so the player just has to constantly stymie the progress of all four of these enemies, while at the same time not getting speed slowed down to the point where the enemies can just catch them. So that's the premise, anyways, for the mechanics. And about half of this stuff worked up until, I don't know, 30 minutes ago when I tried to figure out some floor dropping stuff, and then I changed colliders, and it's all gone bananas. So yeah, I will continue to work on it. Hopefully I'll have something a little bit more uh, useful to show everyone by the time I come to class. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It ain't great. I should be a lot further along than this, but better something than nothing, I guess. Anyways, thanks.